Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You are about to see a story of murder, greed, violence, corruption, exploitation, adultery, and treachery. All these things we hold near and dear to our hearts. Thank you.
Five, six, seven, eight.
Come on, babe, why don't we paint the town? And all that jazz, I'm gonna rouge my knees and roll my stockings down. And all that jazz, start the car, I know a whoopee spot where the gin is cold but the piano's hot. It's just a noisy hall where there's a nightly brawl and all that jazz. Slick your hair and wear your buckle shoes. And all that jazz, I hear the father dip is gonna blow the blues. And all that jazz, hold on hun, we're gonna bunny hug. I bought some aspirin down that genetic bug. You should shake a pot, I wanna plan you start to do that jazz. And all that jazz. And all that jazz. For all that jazz. It's just a noisy hall where there's a nightly brawl and all that jazz. Come on, babe, why don't we paint the town and all that jazz? I'm gonna rouge my knees and roll my stockings down and all that jazz. Start the car, I know a whoopee spot where the gin is cold but the piano's hot. Just a noisy hall where there's a nightly brawl and all that one's wife, but oh, I love my life.
So I took the gun, officer, and I shot him.
I see. And your wife, Roxanne Hart, she was no way involved, is that right?
That's right, officer.
Aren't you the cheerful little murderer?
Murderer? Why, just last week, a jury thanked the men for shooting a burglar.
That's fine. Just sign right here, Mr. Hart.
Freely and gladly. Freely and gladly.
For our first number, Miss Roxy Hart would like to sing a song on love and devotion dedicated to her dear husband, Amos.
Sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong, but he doesn't care. He'll string along. He loves me so, that funny honey of mine. Sometimes I'm down, sometimes I'm up, but he follows round like some droopy-eyed pup. He loves me so, that funny honey of mine. He ain't no chic, that's no great physique, and Lord knows he ain't got the smarts. Oh, but look at that soul, I'll tell you that hole is a whole lot greater than the sum of his parts. And if you knew him like me, I know you'd agree. What if the world slandered my name? Why, he'd be right there, taking the blame. He loves me so, and that all suits me fine. That sunny, funny, heavy honey of mine.
Man got a right to protect his home and his loved ones, right, officer?
Of course he has.
Well, I see him coming through the window with my wife Roxanne there sleeping like an angel. An angel.
He loves me so, that funny honey of mine.
Just supposing he had violated her or something. You know what I mean? Violated?
I know what you mean.
Or something. Think how terrible that would have been. Good thing I got home from work on time.
Lord knows he ain't got the smarts.
Fred Casely.
Fred Casely. How could he be a burglar? My wife knows it. He sold us our furniture. She lied to me. She told me he was a burglar.
Now
Instead
he
you go home.
shut up his
She didn't come
mouth.
through the sheet.
I can't feel myself.
I was going to get off.
Look at him go, riding on
She
me
could swing for all I care.
with just one more brain.
I'm down
What
at my
a
phone 14 hours a day,
heartbreak.
and she's up there punching on bonbons and jazzing.
Well, I'll know who brought
This
the
time-
fun.
This time she pushed me too far. That little chiseler. Oh, what a sap I was.
That scummy, crummy, dummy, happy of mine. You double-crosser. You said you goddamn disloyal husband. You wanna know what happened? I shot and put that down in your book, Palsy. And you wanna know why? He was trying to walk out on me.
That's pretty cold-blooded murder. They're liable to hang you for that.
Hang me? Amos, did you hear me, sir?
Not so tough anymore, are you?
Hail Mary, son of Christ!
And now, the 6 Merry Ministers of the Cook County Jail in their rendition of the Cell Block Tango.
hits that get you down. Like Bernie. Bernie liked to chew gum. No, not chew. Pop! So I come home one day and I'm really irritated and I'm looking for a bit of sympathy. And there's Bernie laying on a couch drinking a beer and chewing. No, not chewing. Popping! So I said to him, you pop that gum one more time. And he did. So I took the shotgun off the wall and I fired 2 warning shots into his head.
He had it coming. He had it coming. He only had himself to blame. If you'd have been there, if you'd have heard it, I bet you would have done the same.
Ah, say, flip,
Flip shits.
say, flip,
Flip shits. I met Ezekiel Young back in Salt Lake City around 2 years ago. He told me he was single and we hit it off right away. So we moved in together. He'd go to work, he'd come home, I'd mix him a drink and we'd have dinner. It was like heaven in 2.5 rooms. But then I found out, single, he told me. Single my ass, not only was he married, oh no, he had 6 wives. One of those Mormons, you know. So that night when he came home from work, I mixed him his drink as usual. And you know, some guys just can't hold their arsenic. He had it coming. He had it coming. He took a flower in its prime. And then he used it. And he abused it. It was a murder, but not a crime.
Now I'm standing in the kitchen, carving up a chicken for dinner, minding my own business. And in comes storms my husband Wilbur in a jealous rage. "You've been screwing the milkman," he says. And he was going crazy. He kept screaming, "You've been screwing the milkman." And then he ran into my knife. He ran into my knife 10 times.
If you'd have been there, if you'd have seen it, I bet you would have done the same.
Niet kan ik zeggen niet. Aspoň nějaká hýdešla komle fukta fareme. Byli šaptama fajet. De nem igaz. Én ártatlan vagyok. Nem tudom, miért mondja angolszám. En hogyan tebe próbáltam a rendőrségen megbírázni, de nem értitek meg. Yeah, but did you do it? Not guilty. My sister Veronica and I have this double act, and my husband Charlie travel around with us. Now, for the last number in our act, we did 20 acrobatic tricks in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, splits, spread eagles, flip-flops, backflips, one right after the other. Well, this one night we were in Cicero. The 3 of us sitting up in a hotel room, boozing and having a few laughs. And we ran out of ice, so we're gonna go get some. I come back, open the door, and there's Veronica and Charlie doing number 17. The spread eagle! Well, I was in such a state of shock, I completely blacked out. I can't remember a thing. It wasn't until later when I was washing the blood off my hands, I even knew they were dead! They had it coming. They had it coming. They had it coming all along. I didn't. But if I'd done it, how could you tell me that I was wrong?
They had it coming. They had it coming. They had it coming all along. I didn't do it. But if I'd done it, how could you tell me that I was wrong?
I loved Alvin Lipschitz more than I could possibly say. He was a real artistic guy, sensitive, painter, but he was troubled and he was always trying to find himself. Every night he'd go out looking for himself, and on the way, he found Ruth, Gladys, Rosemary, and Irving. I guess you could say we broke up because of artistic differences. He saw himself as alive, whilst I saw him dead.
I
And now, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the Keeper of the Keys, the Countess of the Clink, the Mistress of Murderers Row, Matron Mama Morton!
Ask any of the chickies in my pen. They'll tell you I'm the biggest mother hen. I love them all and all of them love me. Because the system works, the system called reciprocity. Got a little motto, always sees me through. When you're good to mama, mama's good to you. There's a lot of favors I'm prepared to do. You do one to mama, she'll do one for you. They say that life is tit for tat, and that's the way I live. So I deserve a lot of tat for what I've got to give. Don't you know that this hand washes that one too? When you're good to mama, mama's good to you. If you want my gravy, pepper my ragu, spice it up for mama, she'll get hot for you. When they pass that basket, folks contribute too. You put in for mama, she'll put out for you. The folks atop the ladder are the ones the world adores. So boost me up, my ladder kid, and I'll boost you up yours. Let's all stroke together like the Princeton crew. When you're stroking mama, mama's stroking you. So what's the one conclusion I can bring this number to? When you're good to mama, mama's good to you. Yeah.
Presenting the silver-tongued prince of the courtroom, the one, the only, Mr. Billy Flynn!
I don't care about expensive things, cashmere coats, Diamond rings don't mean a thing. All I care about is love.
That's what he's here for.
I don't care for wearing silk cravats, ruby studs, satin spats. It don't mean a thing. All I care about is love. Give me 2 eyes of blue, softly saying,
I need you.
let me see her standing there and, honest mister, I'm a millionaire. I don't care for wearing fine attire, Vanderbilt might admire. No, no, not me. All I care about is love. Da 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 da. It don't mean a thing. All I care about is love.
That's what he's here for.
Da 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 da. Don't mean a thing. All I care about is love. Show me long raven hair flowing down about to there. Let me see her running free and keep your money. That's enough for me. I don't care for any pocket cards, smoking long butt cigars. No, no, not me. All I care about is doing the guy in that's picking on you, that's turning the wrist and twisting the screw. All I care about is
Mr. Flynn, the reporters are here.
Let him in, Butch. Well, good day, ladies, gentlemen, Miss Sunshine. I'm sure you all know my client, Miss Roxy Hart.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just so flattered y'all came to see little old me. I bet you know why I shot the bastard.
Sit down, dummy.
Mr. Billy Flynn seems to press conference rag. Notice how his mouth never moves. Almost.
Where'd you come from?
Mississippi,
And your parents?
very wealthy,
Where are they now?
6 feet under.
She was granted one more start.
The convent of the Sacred Heart.
When did you get here?
1920.
How old were you?
Don't remember.
Then what happened?
I met Amos and he stole my heart away. Convinced me to elope one day.
A convict girl, a runaway marriage. Oh, the poor, poor dear.
Who's Fred Casey?
My ex-boyfriend.
Why'd you shoot him?
I was leaving.
Was he angry?
Like a madman, still I said, Fred, move along.
She knew that she was doing wrong.
Then describe it
He came toward me
with a pistol.
from my bureau.
Did you fight him?
Like a tiger,
He had strength and she had none.
and yet we both reach for the gun. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, we both, oh yes, we both, oh yes, we both reach for the gun, the gun, the gun, the gun. Oh yes, we both reach for the gun, for the gun.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, it all, oh yes, it all, oh yes, it all. Reach for the gun, the gun, the gun, the gun. Oh yes, it all, reach for the gun, for the gun.
Understandable, understandable. Yes, it's perfectly understandable. Comprehensible, comprehensible. Not a bit reprehensible. It's so defensible.
How you feeling?
Very frightened.
Are you sorry?
Are you kidding?
What's your statement?
All I'd say is, although my choo-choo jumped the track, I give my life to bring him back. Stay away from jazz and liquor and the men who play for fun. That's the thought that came upon me when we both reached for the gun. Understandable, understandable. Yes, it's perfectly understandable. Comprehensible, comprehensible. Not a bit reprehensible. It's so defensible.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, they go. Oh yes, they go. Oh yes, they go.
Let me hear it.
For the gun, the gun, the gun, the gun. Oh yes, they go. Reach for the gun, for the
A little louder.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, they go. Oh yes, they go. Oh yes, they go. Reach for the gun, the gun, the gun, the gun. Oh yes, they go. Reach for the gun.
Now you got it.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, they go. Oh yes, they go. Oh yes, they go. Reach for the gun, the gun, the gun, the gun. Oh yes, they go. For the gun, for the gun. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, they go. Oh yes, they go. Oh yes, they go.
Both reached for
Can you hear me? Can you? No, you didn't hear me. That's the story of my life. Nobody ever listens to me. Have you noticed that? Am I making it up? Nobody ever knows that I'm around. Not even my parents notice me. One day, I went to school, and when I came home, they'd moved. If someone stood up in a crowd and raised his voice up way out loud and waved his arm and shook his leg, you'd notice him.
If someone in a movie show
yelled fire in the second row, this whole place is a powder keg.
you'd notice him. And even without clucking like a hen, everyone gets noticed now and then. Unless, of course, that person it should be invisible, inconsequential. Me.
Cellophane, Mr. Cellophane should have been my name, Mr. Cellophane, 'cause you can look right through me, walk right by me, and never know I'm there. I tell ya, Cellophane, Mr. Cellophane should have been my name, Mr. Cellophane, 'cause you can look right through me, walk right by me, and never know I'm there.
I didn't see you there.
Amos. My name is Amos.
Who said it wasn't? It's the kid's name I'm thinking about.
What kid?
Roxy's kid. You know when she's due, right? Early fall, September. Can you count? That means you couldn't possibly be the father. But I want you to keep handing out those cigars anyway, and I don't want you to give a damn when people, laugh.
Laugh? Why would they laugh?
Because they can count. Can you count? Early fall. here's a copy of Roxy's first statement. It says that she hadn't copulated with you 4 months prior to the incident.
That's right. We ain't done no copulating in 4 months now. Early fall. Now wait a minute.
But I want you to forget about all that. My client needs your support.
Well, that don't figure out right. I couldn't be the father.
Divorce her? Is that what you said? My God, man, you wouldn't divorce her over a little thing like this, would you?
You're damn right. That's what I'll do. I'll divorce her. She probably wouldn't even notice. Suppose you was a little cat, residing in a person's flat, who fed you fish and scratched your ears. You'd notice him.
Suppose you was a woman wed and sleeping in a double bed besides one man for 7 years. You'd notice him.
A human being's made of more than hair. With all that bulk, you're bound to see him there. Unless, of course, that person sleeping next to you is unimpressive, undistinguished. You know who.
Should have been my name, Mr. Cellophane, 'cause you can look right through me, walk right by me, and never know I'm there. I tell ya, Cellophane, Mr. Cellophane, should have been my name, Mr. Cellophane, 'cause you can look right through me, walk right by me, and never know I'm there. Never
Even
know. I'm there. I hope I didn't take up too much of your time.